Welcome back. This is Sushyata Senkota Roy from Swami Vivekananda Institute of Modern Science, Department of Media Science. And today we'll be talking about a very important topic, which is social media defamation. We have been talking about defamation under Section 499 of IPC, defaming people in public through writing, through expressions. But at present, we can understand and we can see in every day, even if you open up the television, and every day there are defamation cases and which is being done in the social media. The social media is flooded with defamatory statements, defamatory words, defamatory actions. Now, this has to be, it has to be checked. You cannot defame anybody in public because social media is absolutely a public platform. So, it has to be regulated in a regular format. It has to be regulated. Now, how it can be regulated, that's what we're going to discuss today. So let's talk about social media and defamation. So when we talk about defamation, defamation is the making of a false statement concerning a person or business that defames or damages a person's business or reputation. So basically this is covered under section 499 of IPC. So it is an injury to the reputation of a person resulting from the statement which is false. So this is reputation is like personal property, damages to its liable under the law. So in some jurisdiction, defamation is treated as a crime rather than a civil wrong. So in India, defamation can be filed under either criminal law or under civil law. Or at present, the next one is the cyber law or the cyber criminal law together or in sequence. So different countries have different laws to handle defamation cases. Defamatory statements can be two types, as we know before, as this libel and slander. So the which is like a written communication or written defamation is called libel, and one which is like a oral defamation, or which you defame by speaking, or spoken defamation, we call it as a slander. So the person who defames another may be called as a defamer, libeler, slanderer, or really as famicide. So what is basically defamation under social media? Everybody of us is well acquainted with what social media is, and social media is one of the booming criteria at present. So with increase of internet, the demand of internet or defamation on social media platform is increased significantly. So social media defamation refers to a libelous or slanderous statement which is made on a social media platform. So what is social media platform? It can be Facebook, it can be Twitter, it can be any other platform. So social media defamation causes significant harm or damage because of its ability to go viral. Social media platform can spread defamation. Letters to an editor of local newspaper, public comment on media like newspaper or magazine or website, blogs and comments on blog posting, social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, chat rooms, or even in Zoom. So how do you identify the identification of social media defamation? So the statement made must be defamatory. So any statement cannot be termed as a social media defamation. So the statement has to be defamatory. That means a publication of a statement which tends to lower a person in the estimation of right thinking members of social generally. So the statement must refer to the plaintiff. So in any action of defamation, the plaintiff has to prove that the statement of which he is complained refers to him or her. That means who is the plaintiff? The plaintiff is basically who is complainant, who is complaining, who is saying that I have been defamed. So right, that's the plaintiff. So the action of defamation, the plaintiff has to prove that the defamation of which he or his company refers to, so he has been defamed. Okay, he has been defamed. So statement must be published. So publication means making the defamatory statement known to some people or other than the person defamed, and unless that it is done, no civil action or for defamation lies. So communication of the plaintiff himself is not enough. Now, the implication of defamation. We are talking of defamation, so how is it implemented? What is the implication of it? So defamation is based on common law but has recently been codified by the Defamation Act of 2013. So it is, you can understand, it's absolutely a new act because it's framed in 2013. So in a case of someone making a statement about you on social media, you must establish that the statement complaint of its defamatory. So under the Indian Penal Code and the law governing information technology, those found guilty of defamation can be asked to pay a fine, serve up to 3 years in jail. Indian law, however, does not have specific provisions relating to social media, but it will obviously governed by the rules of the defamation. So, under Indian law, there are no distinction between libel and slander, and both are treated as criminal offence under section 499 of IPC, that's Indian Penal Code. So, libel and slander are treated equally, whether you speak something defamatory or you publish something defamatory. Both are equally treated and both are equally being punished for. So in social media defamation, internet or computer is used as a method for harming reputation of a person or group. So in case of marriage defamation, in eyes of law, both husband and wife are one person, and the communication of a defamatory matter from the husband to the wife or from the wife to the husband, no publication will come into the purview of section 499 section under section 499 and section 122. So provisions governing social media defamation in India is under section 499 of IPC, section 500 of IPC, section 169 of IPC, and of the Informational Technology Act of year 2000, section 66A. Now, what is the defense? What are the defenses for a defamatory claim? So defenses to defamation claim is defendant can prove that whatever has been said is true about plaintiff. Qualified privilege is another common defense to a defamation action. Sometimes, even if a statement is not absolutely privileged, the context in which it was made means that it should be privileged anyway. For example, might be statement of a reporter which makes about a matter of in public interest of the community will not be taken as a defamatory statement. Now, another defense is that person is speaking an opinion, not a fact. If I'm keep putting up an opinion that as per me or as far as what I think, this person is wrong. This is my opinion, and this is absolutely under Article 19 of the Indian Constitution. I have my freedom of speech. I can obviously talk about like my opinion. I can put in my opinion. I am not putting it as a publication. I am not putting it as a statement. So, not a fact. It may or may not be a fact. It's my opinion. It may or may not be true. So, similar to opinion to the defense of fair comment on a matter of public interest, if for example someone makes a statement about the action of people on a school board, the statement might be protected because there are likely to be a strong public interest in the activity of the school board. So if it is made if a statement is made in a public interest, it can obviously, it's not a defamation obviously. So how to avoid or prevent social media defamation? How to avoid? Think carefully about what you are writing. So be very specific, right? Whatever you're writing, think and be specific. Don't post anything where you're angry, when you're angry or emotional, because emotionally or with a bad temperament, we may or we may not have control over words. So please make sure that when you're posting something, you should be emotionally stable. So it may also it may look like a fact. Make sure whether that whatever you are writing is true. Whatever you're writing, you should be sure that it's true. So make it clear when a statement is opinion or joke rather than fact. So if it have to be clear, suppose you are making a joke, write it. Put a emoji into it, a laughing emoji, like okay, what a fun, or what a joke. So it's absolutely clear that you have been joking. So cannot be taken as a fact. So avoid making criminal allegations or associating people with terrorist or any hate group. Be conscious when writing about private citizens. So if you're talking about any private citizen, be very cautious what you're writing. better to avoid. Be careful when adding hashtags to the end of your tweets. If you're writing a tweet, if you're putting a hashtag, be careful who are you tagging with. Avoid sharing false news, modified photos, videos, like as if like I think today morning I just saw a video that during this the cyclone Yash, some alien has dropped into our lands. So these are absolutely fake videos. Please avoid all this on the social media. Be prepared to issue a correction or apology. If you, in any case, suppose you have given something which you thought was right and later you came up with a fact that no, it wasn't right, please make sure that you issue a correction or apology that sorry, I thought it was, I thought this was the fact, but now I come to know that no, it is not. So I apologize. So this is something you have to make sure so that you don't fall into a purview of social media defamation. Now, here we come to end of social media defamation, and knowing it well that this is a subject which will be, it is a growing subject. Like it will be now no new episodes or new problems or new cases will come up, and accordingly new acts will be developed. Till then, I'll be back again with another video of media laws or maybe some other topic related to the society as of now, or the implication of law in media, or the implication of law in the social media, or maybe social media PR or anything of that sort. So whichever will be part of your subject, or whichever will be relevant for your knowledge base. Till then, thank you so much and stay blessed.